Hi everyone, this is for Project 1512's fundraiser. My name is Dr. Kit Ford. I am the director of Argos House of Healing and Hope here in the Quad Cities. The Project 1512 community, your program has helped numerous people, ladies in our program who have fled abuse, who are healing from violence and abuse, and who are really working to get back on their feet or stay on their feet as they journey in their healing journey. There's several examples. A couple of our ladies have had issues with paying for rent. Maybe they lost their job, maybe they had realities of mental health, etc. And so Project 1512 has helped them with catching up on their rent or their light bills and other things. Sometimes I find that people just need a break sometimes. Sometimes they just need that extra boost or that extra financial support to help them transition in the meantime, and Project 1512 assists with that. For some of our ladies who are literally fleeing an abusive situation, Project 1512 helps them be able to, have a car or transportation, or literally be able to step foot in a safe place in a home as they work to move things forward. And so we're just so grateful for Project 1512. You all are such a gift. You have such kind hearts. Your resources are much appreciated, but also your compassion, your love, your mission in serving others in our community in the Quad Cities region and beyond. Our women and children are so grateful to God for you. So thank you again for the good work you do. We look forward to continuing to partner moving forward. And from the Argos House community, we say thank you and God bless you. Peace.
Well, my name's Anna Rorda, and I found out about Project 1512 through a former employer. I tutored her daughter in ACT English. So she found out I was going through a hard time with my family, and then she actually referred us to Project 1512. What was going on at the time was my husband had an emergency back surgery for a very rare condition called Cauda equina syndrome, and it was completely out of the blue. He wasn't having really a lot of terrible back pain. It was just one day he couldn't ride his bike to work, and then the next day we were on our way to Iowa City and he was being rushed by ambulance, and he had to take off over 8 weeks of work, and we didn't have a lot of savings, so we used up all of our savings for the time he was off of work. And since I stayed home with our kids, it was just very stressful financially, and then we had, of course, a lot of medical bills once he went back to work, and then we were catching up on what we hadn't paid for our other bills. So it was just very overwhelming, and so I shared just a little bit of that with, like I said, my former employer, and she thought we would be a good fit for what Project 1512 does, so she referred us, and I'm really thankful she did. So they were very compassionate. We first got a card in the mail with a gift card to Walmart, and at the time we got it, it was a week where, like, our families don't live here, so they had come to visit and come help us at the beginning, and then they had left. So I was, taking care of my husband and our 2 little children, and we were just doing groceries on our own, and I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna really pay for everything we need to this week. And then the card came in the mail, and then she said, let me know if we can talk sometime about what you're going through. So then I called her up and filled out some more information, and then it was really easy, I would say, and I just felt like completely, I guess, not judged in any way. Just felt like I could be honest about our situation and then share it, and then I was just praying through the process and was willing to see what would happen. So I just kept praying, if this is the right thing, Lord, then just, you know what is going to happen, and it's in your hands. So I would say to someone who's considering reaching out that they should. It can never hurt to just see kind of what help is available. I also think their mission is just really consistent with scripture, and it's just, I don't know, I just found a lot of peace and comfort in their mission and what they were doing. So I felt like very comfortable sharing our situation. And I guess I don't shy away from being vulnerable. So I'm pretty willing to share the hard things that are going on, just because I feel like, why would we hide that when it was such a big thing going on in our life? I don't know, I feel like if we say no to things, then maybe we're like not saying no to God in some way. And so saying yes was maybe allowing God to help us through a really hard situation. And from that, I think I'm more willing to help someone else in a tangible way when they're going through something so difficult. So that's what it meant to us. So now if someone's going through even something, I don't know, a lot smaller or just a different situation, even someone having a new baby, for example, I'm much more willing to be like, okay, what can I actually do for you, rather than I will pray for you. And I don't mean to say that prayer is not a bad thing, but I do believe like strongly that prayer coupled with specific action is what God calls us to do. So in this case, God was really answering our prayers in a very tangible way. So I'm really thankful for everything that Project 1512 did for us. And to be very specific, they covered about a third of our medical bills. So that was very significant to us and still is. So we're very thankful. And my husband is doing a lot better. He still is completely numb on one side of his butt and just has intermittent, like, strange pains that he deals with. But overall, we're very thankful that he's okay and that he's in the healing process. So.
What's up, everyone? My name is Rusty Boroff. I am the founder of a nonprofit called 180 and the CEO of Boroff Consulting, which works with nonprofits across this country. And I'm super excited about Project 1512. I've been working with them for many years since they began. And right away, I knew that they had something unique. As someone who deals with literally thousands of nonprofits throughout my 15-year career, this is probably one of the most unique nonprofits that is out there. It fills a gap that no one else is filling, but it's a realistic gap. And so when you look at this country, from inflation coming out of COVID, so many different things, there is a group of people that oftentimes gets forgotten about. And what I love about Project 1512 is that they fill that gap that nobody else is filling. And so as someone who, like I said, deals with tons of nonprofits, works with various community partners, and is someone who is very involved in the community, trust me, I know what the needs are out there. And Project 1512 is fulfilling those needs. And I just want to encourage you guys to get involved, volunteer, donate, spread the word, do whatever it takes, because this is a organization that is well deserving of our community support. So thank you, Project 1512, for everything that you guys do, and thank everybody else who supports what you guys do behind the scenes. So thank you guys, keep up the good work.
So my name is Lindsay Jimenez, and I actually heard from Project 1512 when Carly reached out to me. I hadn't heard from it before, but my sister kind of gave my information to Carly when we were going through a rough time, and that's how I began to hear about it. So earlier this year in February, our 8-year-old got sick, and she was in Iowa City, University of Iowa Hospital. She got diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder, and she was there for 9 days. During that time, my husband was off of work, and he didn't have any vacation time or any time that he could pull from. And then he was off work for all of those 9 days, which was the beginning of the hard time. And then he was in the middle of changing jobs. He had gotten a job offer, and then the job offer was rescinded. And so we were 2.5 months without him having a job. It was super tough, and I didn't work at the time. I was a stay-at-home mom, so we were just living off of that one income, and 2.5 months with no income and 7 kids can be super rough. So yeah, that's kind of where we were at. So much. When Carly reached out to me, she was super kind, and I actually felt really weird, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I can do. I didn't know what to do. I said, I don't know if I can accept this. I don't know if we would meet income guidelines. I don't know what, I just didn't know a whole lot. She was super kind and gave me so much information. They helped me and our family to pay our rent for the month. They helped us with our electricity bill. They sent food cards and gas cards, which was a blessing in that. So at that time, I didn't know exactly what we were gonna get. And at that time, our daughter was heading to Iowa City for, sorry. At that time, my daughter was heading to Iowa City for, she has infusions that she has to do for her illness, and it was one of those things that I didn't know how we were gonna make it there because we had no gas. And then the next day, we received the mail from Carly and Project 1512, and it was just perfect timing. And we were able to make the trip, and our rent was paid, and our electricity bill was paid, and it was just amazing. Yeah, it's actually really hard to ask for help. We're not people that usually ask for help. We just kind of try to get through it on our own. But I'll never forget what my sister told me when I told her when this all went down. I told her I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to accept it. And she said, don't ever block somebody's blessing, because that's what they were meant to do. And so I would just say, just take the help when you need it the most, because that's definitely what it's there for. Just be thankful and just know that this program and this whole thing is there for the people who need it the most, and we're just super thankful for that. And I know that if you or anybody else who's going through a hard time needs that help, they're there for you, and it really takes a lot of worry off of what you're dealing with at the time.
How's your daughter doing?
Good. She's really good. She's she gets IV infusions every 6 months to suppress her immune system, and her counts are really good right now, so we're super thankful for that. It is something that she'll live with for the rest of her life, but she's doing so good right now, and that's just what we want to focus on is her health at the moment, and her doing well. We as a family as a whole are doing a lot better too. I have a job now, so I'm teaching, which is even greater because I'm on the same schedule as my kids, so I don't miss much there. And so yeah, things are turning around, and so we're just super thankful for the opportunity to have the help that we've had.